If you're over 60, I want you to picture this. It's a quiet evening. You've just finished a healthy dinner, maybe grilled chicken, a colorful salad, and a few steamed vegetables. You feel proud, like you're doing everything right. You turn off the lights and fall asleep peacefully. But the next morning, something feels off. Your speech sounds slightly slurred, your arm feels heavy, or a wave of dizziness hits you out of nowhere. No chest pain, no warning. And when the doctor runs your tests, they mention a word that chills every senior: stroke. Now, here's the shocking part: it might not come from fried food, bacon, or salt. It could be triggered by certain vegetables. Yes, the very ones you've been told are super healthy. Over my 30 years as a nutrition specialist, I've seen this again and again. Foods that once helped you at 40 can quietly backfire at 70, especially when paired with common medications, slower digestion, or dehydration at night. So today, let's look at the truth together. We'll uncover 9 popular vegetables that may raise your stroke risk overnight, and more importantly, how to enjoy them safely. Hi, friends. I am Dr. Sam, and for 3 decades, I've helped thousands of older adults stay strong, alert, and stroke free through practical nutrition. If you're new here, welcome to Dr. Sam Senior Health Tips, your friendly place for science based advice made simple. In this episode, I will explore why certain healthy veggies can become risky with age, how to balance your plate if you take medications like blood thinners or diuretics, and the smartest ways to cook, time, and pair your vegetables to protect your heart and brain. And if you'd like more easy tips every week, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you never miss out. Now, let's count down the 9 vegetables that can quietly raise stroke risk and how to eat them safely. Let's begin our countdown with number 9, tomatoes. They're colorful, full of flavor, and often praised for protecting the heart. Most people over 60 enjoy them daily in salads, soups, sauces, or a cup of tomato juice. But here's something few people realize. For some seniors, eating too many tomatoes, especially late in the day, can quietly cause problems that look and feel a lot like stroke symptoms. Tomatoes belong to a plant group called nightshades. These plants naturally produce compounds called alkaloids, which help protect the plant from pests. But in sensitive people, they can cause mild inflammation in the nerves or blood vessels. That inflammation may trigger dizziness, muscle stiffness, or tingling sensations that mimic early signs of a stroke. Another factor is lycopene overload. Lycopene is an antioxidant found in tomato skin and juice. It's wonderful in moderation, but when taken in excess, especially from concentrated tomato juice or paste, it can slightly drop your blood pressure or interact with medications, causing fatigue or lightheadedness. I remember Helen, 70 years old, who loved her tomato soup every night. She often woke up dizzy and thought it was just poor sleep. When she switched her soup to lunchtime and balanced it with other vegetables, the dizziness stopped completely. So the fix isn't to avoid tomatoes, it's to time them wisely. Enjoy tomatoes during the day, ideally with meals that include protein or healthy fat. Avoid heavy tomato juice or sauce before bed. And if you notice joint pain, tingling, or unusual fatigue after tomato heavy meals, take a few days off and rotate in other vegetables like zucchini, pumpkin, or cucumbers. Tomatoes can still be your friend. You just need balance instead of habit. Number 8 is asparagus. It's one of those elegant vegetables that feels light, clean, and healthy, especially in a warm soup or on the side of dinner. But for many people over 60, asparagus has a hidden effect that's easy to miss. It's a natural diuretic, meaning it helps your body get rid of extra salt and water through urination. That sounds like a good thing, and for most younger adults it is. But for seniors who already take diuretic pills or who don't drink enough water during the day, asparagus can drain more fluid than the body can comfortably replace. When that happens, your blood becomes slightly thicker and your circulation slows down, especially at night. That thicker blood makes the heart work a little harder and can increase the risk of clotting or poor oxygen flow to the brain by morning. I once worked with John, 72 years old, who loved having asparagus soup for dinner 3 or 4 nights a week. He noticed that he woke up with dry lips, headaches, and low blood pressure. We didn't cut asparagus from his diet. We just moved it to lunch and added an extra glass of water afterward. Within a week, his morning symptoms were gone. So the lesson is simple. Asparagus is still a wonderful food. It helps your kidneys stay clean, provides vitamins like folate, and supports digestion. But timing and hydration matter. Eat it earlier in the day when you can still replenish fluids. Always drink an extra cup of water afterward. And if you already take medications that make you urinate more often, talk to your doctor about how much asparagus is right for you. Your blood, your brain, and your energy will all benefit from that small change. Number 7 is corn. Many people still think of corn as a vegetable, but nutritionally, it acts more like a starch. That means it behaves in your body the same way as white bread or rice. Corn is naturally high in carbohydrates, and when it's digested, it quickly breaks down into sugar. For older adults, especially those with diabetes, insulin resistance, pasta, or high blood pressure, that fast sugar spike can create real problems. It can thicken the blood, increase inflammation inside blood vessels, and make it easier for clots to form, all of which quietly raise the risk of stroke over time. Another concern is that many forms of corn we eat today, like creamed corn, popcorn with salt, or corn syrup in processed foods, are heavily refined and full of sodium or hidden sugars. That combination can cause fluid retention, swelling, and further strain on the cardiovascular system. Even plain corn can be risky if it's eaten in large portions without fiber or protein to slow the sugar release. The solution is not to give up corn entirely, but to treat it wisely. Keep your portions small, half an ear of corn or a few spoonfuls if it's part of a soup or stew. Always pair it with protein or fiber, such as eggs, beans, or leafy greens, to slow down digestion and stabilize blood sugar. Avoid canned or sweetened corn products, and skip foods made with corn syrup whenever possible. And most importantly, remember that corn is not a vegetable on your plate. It's a carbohydrate. Adjusting that mindset alone can help protect your blood vessels, reduce sugar swings, and lower your long-term stroke risk. Number 6 is onions. They're packed with antioxidants, especially a compound called quercetin, which helps relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. That sounds great in theory, and for someone with mild hypertension, it can be helpful. But for many adults over 60 who already take medication to control blood pressure, too much onion, especially raw onion, can make the pressure drop too low. When your blood pressure falls suddenly, it reduces the amount of blood and oxygen reaching your brain. That can cause dizziness, weakness, blurred vision, or even fainting. In severe cases, these symptoms can look similar to a transient ischemic attack, sometimes called a mini stroke. The other issue is that onions can interact with certain medications, especially those that already relax blood vessels or affect blood flow. Combined together, they can make circulation unstable, particularly at night when your heart rate naturally slows. This is why some older adults wake up lightheaded or with the spinning feeling in the morning after eating a heavy meal that included lots of raw onions the evening before. To stay safe, you don't need to avoid onions completely. They're still a valuable source of antioxidants and flavor. The key is to control how much and how you eat them. Cooking onions softens their impact and reduces quercetin concentration slightly, making them gentler on your system. Small cooked portions during the day are safer than large raw servings at night. Avoid combining big amounts of onion with strong blood pressure medications, and always pay attention to how your body reacts. If you start feeling unusually lightheaded or tired, simply cut back and see if the symptoms improve. Balanced use keeps onions beneficial without putting your circulation at risk. Number 5 is garlic. It's often called nature's blood thinner, and that's true. Garlic helps reduce clot formation, lower cholesterol, and improve circulation. But this same benefit can quickly become a danger when combined with certain medications. Many older adults take prescription blood thinners such as warfarin, Plavix, or daily aspirin to prevent strokes or heart attacks. When garlic is added in large amounts, it can thin the blood too much, leading to easy bruising, nosebleeds, or in rare cases, internal bleeding. This excessive thinning may also increase the risk of a hemorrhagic stroke, which occurs when a blood vessel in the brain ruptures. The problem becomes more serious when garlic is taken in supplement form, because capsules and extracts often deliver the equivalent of several cloves in one dose. Unlike food, these supplements are concentrated and not regulated for consistency. Some seniors also mix garlic supplements with fish oil, ginkgo, or vitamin E, all of which have blood thinning effects, multiplying the danger without realizing it. The safe approach is to treat garlic as a potent medicine rather than a harmless seasoning. One small clove per day is usually enough to provide its benefits. Avoid combining it with high-dose supplements or large amounts of other natural thinners. If you're already on prescription blood thinners, let your doctor know you use garlic regularly so they can adjust your medication if needed. And if you notice frequent bruising, gum bleeding, or feeling weak after minor cuts, that's a sign your blood may be too thin. Garlic can absolutely support your heart and blood health, but in later years, moderation is not just smart, it's essential for safety. Number 4 is carrots, especially raw carrots eaten late in the day. Carrots are often seen as the perfect healthy snack, and for the most part, they are. They provide fiber, beta carotene, and natural sweetness without added sugar. But for people over 60, eating raw carrots at night can create an unexpected problem. Carrots have a medium glycemic index, which means they can cause a moderate rise in blood sugar soon after eating. When you eat them raw and alone, especially in the evening when your metabolism slows, your blood sugar rises quickly and then drops sharply a few hours later. That sudden dip can trigger stress hormones like adrenaline, which may cause your heart rate to increase, your blood pressure to fluctuate, and your sleep to be disrupted. For seniors with diabetes, insulin resistance, or heart rhythm issues, this sugar swing can add unnecessary strain to the cardiovascular system. There's also a small digestive factor. Raw carrots are harder to break down, so they stay in the stomach longer, sometimes causing mild gas or bloating that interferes with restful sleep. The simple fix is to change how and when you eat them. Cooking carrots softens their fibers and slows the release of natural sugars, keeping blood sugar stable. Steamed, roasted, or lightly sautéed carrots offer all the same nutrients but with a gentler effect on your system. Pair them with a source of healthy fat such as olive oil, avocado, or a small handful of nuts to improve the absorption of beta carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. Avoid eating carrots by themselves late at night and instead include them at lunch or early dinner. With these small adjustments, you'll get all of their benefits without any of the hidden strain on your heart and circulation. Number three is romaine lettuce. It's light, crisp, and often thought of as one of the healthiest foods you can eat. But for older adults, especially those over 60, romaine lettuce can quietly cause problems when eaten at the wrong time of day. Romaine is made up of over 90% water, and that high water content means it acts as a natural diuretic. When eaten late in the evening, it can cause frequent trips to the bathroom during the night. Each time you urinate, your body loses small amounts of fluids and electrolytes, particularly sodium and potassium. Over the course of the night, that mild dehydration can make your blood slightly thicker by morning, forcing your heart to pump harder and reducing blood flow to the brain. That change, even small, increases the risk of clot formation and morning dizziness, two early warning signs for stroke in older adults. Another factor is that many people believe a light salad dinner helps with sleep. But for seniors, eating only watery vegetables like romaine without enough protein or fat can cause your blood sugar to dip too low overnight. This can leave you weak, lightheaded, or fatigued the next morning. To fix this, timing is everything. Eat your salads earlier in the day. Lunch is ideal when your body can process and replace fluids more effectively. If you enjoy salad at dinner, add ingredients that stabilize hydration and blood sugar, such as grilled chicken, eggs, avocado, or olive oil. And always drink a small glass of water before going to bed, even if you don't feel thirsty. That simple habit prevents dehydration and helps keep your blood smooth and flowing easily through the night. With small adjustments in timing and balance, romaine lettuce remains a safe and refreshing choice without increasing your stroke risk. Number two is broccoli. It's one of the most trusted vegetables in the world, famous for its vitamins, fiber, and cancer-fighting compounds. But for people over 60 who take blood-thinning medications, broccoli can quietly cause problems if it's eaten inconsistently. Broccoli is rich in vitamin K, a nutrient that helps your blood clot properly. When you eat a lot of broccoli on some days and very little on others, the amount of vitamin K in your system changes, and that can interfere with how your medication works. Drugs like warfarin, Coumadin, or similar blood thinners depend on a stable level of vitamin K to keep your blood at the right thickness. Too much vitamin K can make the medicine less effective, increasing the risk of clot formation. Too little can make your blood too thin, leading to bruising or bleeding. These sudden shifts are especially dangerous for seniors because they can happen silently. You may feel fine until a small clot travels to the brain and causes a stroke. The solution isn't to cut broccoli out of your diet. It's to keep your intake consistent. That means eating roughly the same amount each day instead of big portions one day and none the next. Half a cup of cooked broccoli daily is a safe, steady amount for most older adults. Avoid large servings of broccoli juice or green smoothies, which can deliver concentrated doses of vitamin K without you realizing it. Steamed or lightly cooked broccoli is the best form. It preserves nutrients while being gentle on digestion. And if you take any blood thinner, let your doctor know about your diet so they can adjust your medication properly. Balance and consistency are the keys. Broccoli remains a powerful ally for your heart and immune system, as long as you use it wisely and steadily. Number one is spinach. It's often called the king of leafy greens, rich in iron, magnesium, and antioxidants that protect the body from aging. But for seniors, spinach also carries a hidden risk. It's extremely high in oxalates, natural compounds that bind with calcium inside your body. When too many oxalates build up, they can form small calcium crystals that strain the kidneys and interfere with the body's calcium balance. Over time, this imbalance can make your blood vessels and heart work harder, and in some cases, it may increase the risk of kidney stones or poor circulation. For older adults who already take calcium supplements or blood thinning medications, that combination becomes even more complicated. Spinach also contains vitamin K, which, just like in broccoli, can affect how blood thinning medications work. When eaten in large, unpredictable amounts, it may cause your blood to become either too thin or too thick. Both situations that quietly raise the risk of stroke. Another issue comes from eating spinach raw, especially in smoothies or salads. Raw spinach contains higher levels of oxalates that block calcium absorption and can even lower the availability of certain minerals like zinc or iron over time. The solution, however, is simple. Cooking or steaming spinach breaks down about half of its oxalate content, making it much safer for your kidneys and circulation. Pair spinach with calcium-rich foods such as yogurt, cheese, or milk. This allows the oxalates to bind in your stomach instead of your bloodstream. Keep your portions moderate. A handful or half a cup of cooked spinach is more than enough for daily nutrition. And most importantly, rotate your greens. Mix spinach with kale, bok choy, or lettuce during the week to keep your diet balanced. Spinach can still be one of the best foods for older adults, but only when it's eaten wisely in moderation and always cooked rather than raw. Now that we've gone through all 9 vegetables, let's talk about what these examples really mean. The key lesson here isn't that vegetables are dangerous, far from it. The real message is that your body changes with age, and what worked perfectly at 40 doesn't always work the same way at 70. Your metabolism slows down, your kidneys filter more slowly, and medications can interact in ways that weren't an issue before. That's why certain healthy foods can suddenly cause problems if the timing, portion, or combination isn't right. The biggest risk factors we've discussed, dehydration, medication interference, blood pressure changes, and blood thinning effects, all connect to one thing: balance. Most vegetables are still excellent for your health, but they need to be eaten with awareness. A good rule of thumb is moderation and consistency. Don't overload on one type of vegetable just because it's trendy or labeled a superfood. Rotate your greens, mix cooked and raw forms, and stay hydrated throughout the day. Timing also matters more than most people think. Late night salads, smoothies, or soups may feel light, but they can cause dehydration, low blood pressure, or blood sugar swings by morning. Eating those same foods earlier in the day gives your body time to digest and balance properly. And remember, if you're taking prescription medications, especially blood thinners or diuretics, always tell your doctor about your regular diet. Even small details like how often you eat spinach or drink tomato juice can help them keep your treatment safe and effective. Healthy eating after 60 isn't about restriction. It's about adjustment. Listen to your body, stay consistent, and don't be afraid to make small changes. When you do, you'll keep all the benefits of vegetables while protecting yourself from the risks that come with age. So here's the final takeaway. If you're over 60, the goal isn't to fear vegetables, it's to understand them. Every food that nature gives us has both benefits and limits, and the older we get, the more those limits matter. Your body has been working hard for decades. It deserves food that supports it, not food that secretly stresses it. The truth is, you don't have to give up spinach, broccoli, or tomatoes. You just need to adjust when and how you eat them. Steam your greens instead of eating them raw. Have your salads and soups earlier in the day, not right before bed. Stay hydrated, especially if you take medications that affect your kidneys or blood pressure. Keep your portions moderate and steady instead of large and irregular. These simple habits make a big difference in keeping your circulation smooth and your brain well supplied with oxygen through the night. Think of it this way: balance is your best protection. Hydration keeps your blood light and flowing. Consistency keeps your medication working properly. And variety keeps your nutrition strong without overloading your system. You don't need complicated diets or expensive supplements. You just need awareness and small, steady habits. If you found this helpful, take a moment to share it with a friend who also wants to stay sharp and healthy. Leave a comment below and tell me which of these vegetables you eat most often. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss my next video. Every week, we'll keep exploring gentle, science-based ways to protect your heart, your brain, and your energy after 60. Small adjustments today can add years of clarity and strength tomorrow. So keep learning, keep caring for yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.